This is Tanks Vlog, April 4th, 2019, wrapping up the day in sports. Opening day is finally here, and in a few hours, I will be at Citi Field watching the Mets home opener. As it is, the Mets had to play their first 6 games on the road, and they closed their road trip with a 6-4 win over the Marlins. 5-1 is about as good as you can expect. And nobody has been better than Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom was quite simply deGrominant on Wednesday. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 questionable. Should have been an error. 14 strikeouts plus he hit a home run. Of course, the Mets bullpen had to make things aggravating, frustrating, and you get your blood pressure boiling. You feel like your heart's about to pound out of your chest. Why do the Mets always do this? I mean, short of 5-1, but Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I mean, they've had three games now where they... 4, actually, if you think about it. Yeah, I mean, jeez. 4 games in the 9th inning that have been rocky. Can we get an easy 9th inning, please? I mean, of course, sometimes it's been a big lead, so you've been a little more relaxed. But, yeah, 6-run lead, and he sends back out Luis Avilan, a guy who does not pitch 2 innings. And, boy, he showed why he doesn't pitch 2 innings. Come on, Mickey. You got to know your pitchers better. And then Robert Gsellman couldn't get the job done, so all of a sudden now we had to use Edwin Diaz when we didn't want to use Edwin Diaz. Edwin Diaz should never have come in this game. The Mets should never have had to need Edwin Diaz. But fortunately, he got the last out, got Curtis Granderson to fly out to left. I mean, it's very similar to Saturday's game where Seth Lugo couldn't get the last outs. So another 1-out save where Edwin Diaz had to come in with the gas can smoldering. But Jacob deGrom, what can you say? You know, 26 straight starts now, quality starts, 31 straight without allowing 3 runs or less. I mean, this is record-breaking. This is outstanding. And so far this year, goose egg. And best of all, he's 2-0. The Mets are actually getting some run support from him. They got 6 runs plus his home run. I mean, the Mets are going a home opener with some momentum. And hopefully Noah Syndergaard can pitch well today. He's got a tough opponent in Max Scherzer. Both pitchers struggled when they face each other on Saturday. So we'll see what happens and see if the Mets can continue their strong start now that they're coming home for the first time. The Yankees, meanwhile, have concluded their first homestand 2-4 against probably 2 of the worst teams in the American League. Not good. Injuries mounting. Team is not hitting. The home runs aren't coming. And what do you know? No one's scoring. You see, the Mets this year, I like the Mets' novel approach to hitting. The Yankees it's like they're all swinging for the fences, and next thing you know, it's 18 strikeouts. 18 strikeouts. 18 strikeouts as they lose to the Tigers 2-1. And now they go to Baltimore, and if they don't win this series over this weekend, forget the panic button. They'll be in the fallout shelter in the Bronx. Red Sox, they've had a tough time on the West Coast, but were able to salvage the final game of the series in Oakland, beating the A's 6-3 with a 9th inning rally. It's not been easy sledding for the defending champions. The Dodgers, meanwhile, beat the Giants 5-3. It was the Brewers improving to 6-1 with a 1-0 win over the Reds. Nationals handed the Phillies their first loss of the season and a walk by David Robertson. Crazy back and forth game. Final score 9-8. Corey Kluber got clobbered on Thursday as the White Sox beat the Indians 8-3. It was the Rockies 1-0 winners in 11 innings in Tampa, ending the Rays' 5-game winning streak. Twins off to a solid start, beating the Royals 7-6. Manny Machado hit his first home run with the Padres as San Diego beat Arizona 4-1. Blue Jays got another strong start from Matt Shoemaker to beat the Orioles 5-3. The Cubs continued their lackluster play as the Braves beat them 6-4. Cardinals beat the Pirates 5-4. And in the Battle of Texas, it was Rangers 4, Astros nothing. Umpire Ron Copa, it's all about me! 27. The actions I saw on the highlights of Ron Copa in this game are absolutely shameful. He's stopping Garrett Cole from warming up. Then he's staring in the Astros dugout, daring them to throw him out. He's calling balls in the dirt strikes against the Astros. Balls down the middle of the plate. Balls for the Rangers. Several ejections. This is bizarre. This is almost like he had money on the game. I mean, and Ron Copa just the absolute worst of an umpire, acting like a total jerk jackass. You got to see this to believe it, and this is why umpires really got to. You got to punish these umpires. This umpire deserves a 2-week suspension at least for what he did today, and an investigation onto why he was so biased in this game. NHL, very light night as the final games are upon us. Senators beat the Rangers 4-1. Blackhawks down to Blues 4-3 in a shootout. And it was the Ducks 3-1 winners over the Flames. NBA, things are getting tighter and tighter for the Nets, who can't seem to get any wins. Losing at home 115-105 to Toronto. It is as tight as can be as they now have a half-game lead as 3 teams are battling for the final 2 spots. And one of those teams is the Magic, who are now 39-40, same record as the Nets, after beating the Knicks 114-100. It was the Pacers 108-89 winners over the Pistons. And the Chicago Terribles beat the Wizards 115-114. It was the Hawks 130-122 winners over the 76ers. Nets got some help from Boston as the Celtics went into Miami and beat the Heat 112-102. Currently, the Nets and Magic are tied at 39-40, and the Heat are 38-40, half game back. Hornets have a slim chance to get in the playoffs. They'd pretty much have to go run the table, and they beat the Pelicans today 115-109 at 36-42. There's hope, but it's a very dying light. It was the Timberwolves 110-108 winners over the Mavericks. The Nuggets sauntered their way past the Spurs 113-85. It was the Jazz finding the right notes against the Suns 118-97. The Trailblazers were 116-89 winners over the Grizzlies. And the Rockets shot down the Clippers 135-103. Today's 3 stars are, well, who else would be number 1 star but Jacob deGrom. 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 14 strikeouts, plus he hit a home run. Matt Shoemaker allowed 2 hits while striking out 8 over 7 innings for the Blue Jays. And Trae Young of the Hawks had 33 points, 7 rebounds, 12 assists in their win against the 76ers. Today's birthday shout-out goes to perhaps one of the best offensive linemen in the history of the NFL, who played for the New England Patriots when they were still the New England Patsies, when they were really not a great franchise, but he was, for a long time, considered the greatest player ever to play for the Patriots before this generation, this dynasty came along. I'm talking about John Hannah, who turned 68. And we take a look back to 1994, when Bill Clinton became the first sitting president to attend a NCAA basketball national championship game, and he got to watch his beloved Arkansas Razorbacks win the national championship with a 76-72 win over Duke. Check out the full story at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Good day.